Welcome to the third video of Learning SQL. This is the basic series of SQL which we are currently doing. We are expected to have the advanced version of this training in which we will talk about uh, performance, we'll talk about indexes, we'll talk about how to manage a database at a DBA level. But this is the basic series, and you may want to watch video number 1 and 2 of the series. This is video number 3. In this video, we are going to talk about aggregate statements, which will be accompanied by group by and by clauses, and also we are going to touch base upon simple joins, inner joins as we call them. In the next video, which will be video number 4, talk about more on joins and left outer join, right outer join, full outer joins, and various different join conditions. So for now, let's get started with aggregate statements. In this section, we'll understand how to sum or apply an aggregate function. So I want to find out sum of salaries based on department. So I have to say that these three people are in IT. So I want to sum up their salaries. 12,000 plus 3,000 plus 4,000, which is 19,000, would be in department IT. Similarly, I want to do it for HR. So let's write down a SQL. Select department, which is here. Sum is the function which is used for total. Sum of salary from EMP table. Always remember, whenever you apply an aggregate function like sum, count, average, minimum, maximum, it should always be accompanied by a clause known as group by. In the group by clause, always have the column which you have selected in the query on which the aggregate function is not applied. I repeat, always in the group by clause you will have all the column or one column which does not have any aggregate function applied. So in this case, department doesn't have any aggregate function applied, so I would say group by department. And here it comes as department. Now I want to arrange this in the descending order of department alphabetically. So this is sorted alphabetically. I want to do it the other way around. So the same statement, I'm going to write the same statement. Select department, sum of salary from EMP, group by department, and order by department DSC, which is ending. Oops, I'm sorry, DESC. So you can see that the order by in this case had me the output as security, IT, HR, and admin. Now if I want to write the same statement and group by ascending, let's see how to do it. The same statement, but I can write ASC, which is ascending. If you do not write anything after order by default means ascending. So you can see that this is now sorted in the ascending order. Let's see a few more aggregate functions like minimum, maximum. So the same statement. So select department, sum of salary, which is an aggregate function, max of salary, which is maximum of salary for that department, minimum of salary for that department from this EMP table group by DEPT. So in the admin department, the sum is 24,000, maximum is 12,000, and minimum is 3,000. And this is how it's been displayed. Again, going back to the EMP table, I want to find out the count of employees in every department. Count is again an aggregate function. So let's see how to find out. So the SQL statement is select department, count of employee number. So I want out how employees are in the department from the employee table, and again the group by statement. And you can see that admin has 4 employees, IT has 3, HR has 4, and security has 3. Next, we'll now look at the department table and employee table. Department table has a column DPT, which is also a column in the employee table. Let's understand the fundamental of primary key and foreign key. Primary key and foreign key. Primary key and foreign key. A primary key is that column which describes or which can describe a row uniquely or identify a row uniquely in a table. I repeat, a primary key is a column which can identify a row uniquely in the data. And it is not repeating. The primary key is not repeating and is not blank or null. I repeat, a primary key is a key in a table or a column in a table which can uniquely identify a row, is not repeating. The primary key column values are not repeating. That means it always exists once, and it cannot be null or missing. So in the case of employee table, if you look at it, employee number is the primary key for the reason that employee name can be repeating. Rahul Dravid has employee ID 200, but there's another Rahul Dravid with employee number 900. So employee number can uniquely identify if I say employee number 200. So I know I'm talking about a particular Rahul Dravid who's part of IT department. But when I say employee ID 900, I know that Rahul Dravid, I'm talking about the person admin department. So employee number is the primary key of this table. looking at department, the department itself is the primary key of this table. But if you look at it, the same department column when appearing in employee table repeat itself. So it's repeating. But it is a primary key in one table representing the same column as non-primary key in other table. This is known as a foreign key. I repeat, a foreign key can be a primary key as well, but in this our example, a primary key of department is not a primary key in the employee, but it is represented as a foreign key. Now, it's not important to connect two tables or join two tables on a for primary foreign key only. We'll see different examples of this. But for now, I'm going to join department and employee on a common column, which is there only one common column in these two, which is department. So let's see how to join two tables. In order to join two tables, you have to still write the same SQL, but tables separated by comma. So I say select star from EMP, comma department, where EMP, so EMP table dot. This means the department coming from the EMP table equals to department coming from department table. I repeat, select star, that means select everything from these two tables where the department of employee table matches or is same or equal to the department of department table. Oops, let me set the line size. So you can see that in one single row, all the columns from department and all the columns from employee are listed together. But I want to select certain columns only. So I'm going to write a SQL to select employee number, employee name, department, department name and location. Let's see how to write it. So query goes like this. Select emp number, that means employee table, employee number column, employee table, employee name column, employee table, department column, department table, department name and department table location from these two tables where department from employee equals department from department. And you can see that the columns are listed next to each other. Now I want to find out how many employees are in the location India or US or UK. So I'm going to write the same SQL again when we had the group by. Let's see how to write it. So I would select, I want to find out location. Location is part of department table, you can see from here. So I would say department dot location. Then I want to have count of EMP number. Now EMP number is part of EMP table and everything remains same. So we say from EMP comma department where EMP dot dpt equals dpt dot dpt. Please remember guys that the location is present in the department table, but the count we are doing it from the EMP table of employee numbers, and that is why we need to have a connection, otherwise this query is not going to. So in order for the connection, we have to select both tables from, and you have to have the where clause for a joining criteria. And because you have applied a count, which is an aggregate function, I have to use group by department dot location. Remember, any column we have in the select statement and not having any aggregate function should be part of group by clause. And here you go. So India has 3, US has 7, while UK has 4. Remember that all the employees of HR and all the employees of security department are US, and that is why the count 7. With that said, this is the end of video number 3. I hope you had clear understanding. We'll follow with few more examples on join in video number 4. And goodbye.